right, here we are. Cousins.
Bucks win. Bucks win.
Oh, it's the wrong podcast, dude.
My bad.
That's Cream Cousins, bro. Cream City Cousins.
My bad, everybody.
We know Pich is donning the Bucks jersey. You'll find out why in a second. If you've been following Court Cousins, you probably know why. That is Jason, as we've been talking about. My name is Kyle. We're cousins. We're here to react to the Orlando Magic, our squad, falling 102-109 to the Milwaukee Bucks. We were down by as many as 19, almost hit that rarefied air again of another 20-point deficit, but we didn't let it get there, and we brought it to as close as 4, but could not climb all the way back against two-time MVP Giannis and previous NBA champions, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, I'd just like to start out by pointing out that Giannis gets away with too much.
Yes.
I know that he came a long way from Greece to play here.
It's wonderful.
But his traveling days should be over. But unfortunately, they're still on the court, and he's even involved carrying now because we allow that here in the States.
Yes.
Whether he has a license for it or not, I don't know, but he's carrying.
Yeah.
And it's a bit much because he's such a talented player. He doesn't need all that extra help.
I know.
That wasn't necessarily the difference in this game today, but just wanted to get it on the record. I used to work at the Bradley Center for the Bucks for a year and lived in Milwaukee for a while, so that's why the Bucks are my second favorite team. Always tough to watch these two teams collide, but on the other hand, at least I know one of them's going to come out.
Part of your heart is going to be happy.
And in this one, I kind of felt like both of them came out as a winner because, I was disgusted with this team, especially after last game. If you didn't see the wrap-up, go check it out. And today I saw players trying.
Yes.
And I know that should be a very low bar.
Our bar is low, yes.
But okay, they're trying.
Yes.
And they played pretty well against arguably one of the best teams in the NBA.
Yes.
So, okay, that's all right. I'll watch this now. They were on the verge of losing me as a watcher if there wasn't some hustle and some guys giving a shit. And not that everybody played well, but I felt like everyone who played tried. And that's all I asked. We out-rebounded them.
Yep. I'll talk about that.
That's important.
Let me go.
Oh, yeah, you like to do stats. So I was going to read stats now.
No, I think you're absolutely on point. If we would have had another lackluster effort game, it was going to be time for me to ring the alarms and say, what the hell is going on here? There is something amiss. But we avoided all of that trouble, and we got back to the team that we were in the beginning of the season and that we think we can really be dominant, a team that dominates the paint and dominates the boards. We beat them on points in the paint, 46-38. Took me a second to get up the screen.
Yep.
And we beat them on the boards, 52-45.
Right.
Where we got demolished, and this is, again, part of Giannis's game that goes along with some of those travels and carries that we had beef with, is the fast break points, 20-8.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bucks are just, and really it's Giannis. When you get that guy out in space, he's a steam engine, and you really can't do much about it.
I tell you, the guy grabs a Kit Kat bar and he starts running. He just can't not fast break. No? That's too much?
No, that was good. I was curious where the hell that was going, but I like it a lot.
All right, well, give me a break now for a second, because if I told you at the start of this game that 4 of our starters would have at least 19 points, but not one will be Bol, and we will lose this game, how shocked would you have been?
I wouldn't have been shocked that we lost the game. I probably would have been surprised that it was, I don't know. Bol has been inconsistent. I understand there's kind of a movement in our Magic community of start Bol, and he's
well. To be fair, if I may, remember that low bar?
Yeah,
it's a low bar. Right. This guy stands over the bar, so
there's
reason for us to be excited.
Hey, we gotta hype up Bol. The Bol Patrol. We love when it's in full effect. It was not in full effect tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but today Coach Mosley was on patrol, and he was like, "You're going to have to sit over there and think about what you did."
Yeah, he looked sporadic. Yeah, he looked sporadic. He looked out of control. A couple bad turnovers. Just looked out of sorts, and that's okay. He's essentially almost getting his rookie reps in the terms of number of the games that he's played. So I'm not expecting a lot of Bol. I want Gary Harris in that starting lineup, but I'm not talking about injured players. I'm not going to do it. We did have, this was the Wagner brothers came to play tonight, Piche, as did Markelle Fultz, and they were really what got us going. We got 25, from Franz with 6 boards and 2 assists. Moritz with 19, 4, and 12 rebounds. Yes, standing ovation for that man. And that's what we were talking about, just the tenacity on the boards and what Moritz brings.
Right.
He's always going to be annoying somebody that right from the, I don't know if anyone else caught it, the starting lineup photo where he's kind of snarling.
Yeah, fun.
That sets the tone right there about what you're going to get from Moritz.
2 player comparisons on our own team tonight for you right now.
Okay.
Playing the part of Wendell Carter tonight was Moritz Wagner. He did boards, he did points, he did the guarding of Giannis Antetokounmpo and gave all he had to give. And then on the negative side, playing the part of Chuma Okeke was Cole Anthony.
Oof.
Logging lots of minutes and 0 points.
Yeah, that was tough. I felt like I bet on his over in points. I feel like there's good opportunities right now on Cole and Markelle as they're working themselves back in the lineup. I think they're getting their minutes increased, and I thought there was a little bit of an opportunity there, but man.
Well, there was. He shot 9 times, just none of them went in.
Yeah, he was ice cold.
He had 5 rebounds.
Yeah, and that's something.
It is.
That's something. I needed
It's not
that.
bell-worthy.
No. That's something. But, a guy, I don't need a guy to necessarily fill up the stat sheet. Example A, Caleb Houston. 3 points tonight. Didn't look great. 1 of 6 from the field, but 5 boards. Can you stop making noise, Piche? I'm making a point over here. Thank you.
Got to be able to make your point through a little noise, bud.
Oh, man, I'm a middle school teacher. I know what that's about.
I mean, how are you going to do at the free throw line if somebody's yelling? You're going to just throw it away and be like, I can't shoot with all this noise.
Well, bringing up free throws, we did beat them at the line, which is a Herculean task considering this team and how much Giannis is a player that gets to the line. We shot 29 free throws. They shot 26. We made essentially 90% of them, which is a great indication of that we're getting back to the team that we know we can be, getting back to our identity, beat them in points in the paint, beat them on the boards. We are getting back, unfortunately, the other side of our identity, can't shoot threes.
Right.
25% from beyond the arc, 8 for 32.
Yep.
It honestly wasn't much better from the field, 36%. It was just ugly.
A couple times in that second half where we're really going on a run, and there's that moment where we throw it out to the guy for 3, and you're like, if this goes in, everybody erupts, and this game's going to change, and then they just didn't fall, and it was like, damn.
Yeah,
those are killer moments.
A few of those like 5-point swings, where we thought we had a bucket and then they go down the other side and score it. We really couldn't recuperate from that kind of 15-0 run. I don't know if it was at the end of the first, beginning of the second there.
Yeah, right around then.
And we just kind of yo-yoed back and forth from that 15-point deficit. I guess it got up to as much as 19. But that was tough. That was tough. We needed to score early on. It didn't happen, and we never were able to really rein it back. The only quarter we won was the fourth, 21-30. But again, it wasn't enough as we lose by 7.
What's up, stat boy?
Well, you got something for me?
Well, I can't believe Paulo Banchero goes for 20 points, 7 assists, 12 boards. Anyone looking at that stat line thinks, all right, he's doing his thing. 4 of 16 shooting.
Yikes.
He made 12 of those points at the free throw line. So while I like that he's getting to the free throw line, he only made the 4 baskets and the 12 the free throws. So that's not
him.
Great. He's got to pick up the but again, he had Drew Holiday on him tonight.
Right.
Arguably one of the best defenders in the NBA, and we kept trying to pound it into him, and I don't know what that plan was, but when you're playing a really good cornerback in the NFL, sometimes you just don't throw to your number 1 receiver. You just they cancel each other out that game. You throw to the other guys.
Yeah.
But we kept pounding it to him and not finding a way to get Drew off him.
Right.
There was no pick and roll situations where okay, now he's matched up against anyone else. Paulo, to be fair, is doing what he can, but Drew Holiday is all world on defense. So it's not a great matchup.
No. I think it was, I guess his last game was his poorest game where he didn't break double figures, but this felt almost uglier in a way, just because it looked like we're just going in isolation, as you said, against one of the best defenders in the league.
It seems like a play I wouldn't run more than a few times.
Yeah, and
unless it was working.
Right.
But it didn't.
No.
So, I mean, he did get to the line a fair amount of times.
Okay.
Some of those calls were questionable.
Yes.
But, like, you know, it's nice to see us getting star calls. But, again, I'd rather just see the game called correctly both ways and let the chips fall where they may.
And I'm the biggest Markelle supporter out there. I loved what we saw from him on the scoring side. 20 points tonight, 8 of 18. A really solid performance. He was getting to the kill spots, baby. That mid-range jumper looking, chef's kiss, sweet, baby.
He was the only player who looked really comfortable shooting the shot in the first half for sure, and maybe period.
Yeah.
But he didn't really go back to that much later in the game, which I thought was a little strange because
it became the Franz show later on, as it should. He got on a roll, and we want to ride that train for sure. You know, and Markelle hitting 2 from beyond the arc. And if that can be anywhere consistent in his game, and people have to at least respect that, I think it's going to take a while for that to happen. Right. Probably the rest of this season. But, you know, thinking longer term, he's going to be dangerous. I really don't think that the team has had enough time to get any chemistry going with Markelle back in the lineup, especially with Paulo. We've seen a couple down games from Paulo that we know aren't really him, based on the player that we saw at the beginning of the year. I think he's adjusting to having, you know, the ball, an actual ball dominant guard in the lineup, and that was his role previously. So now he's like, well, what do I do? And he's kind of just getting these isolation looks, and he needs to rip a page out of Franz Wagner's book and do some more off the ball stuff. Have some more movement, get some easy buckets, because Markelle, as great a game as he had, 20 points, only 2 assists. And I chalk that up to some missed shots, sure, but I also chalk that up to guys not really knowing where Markelle's going, haven't really gotten used to his game, aren't moving off the ball.
Well, it sounds like they've practiced a lot. So what are they doing in practice? Not playing together? I mean,
I don't know how much they've.
He had most of the summer before the toe went out, and it feels like he's been practicing enough. But
they've been playing, but have they been running, you know, real time 5-on-5 types of games situations? I don't know. And we see some in the Magic community, they haven't really been practicing too much. You know, Mosley hasn't been practicing as much on those off days. It's been more shoot-arounds.
Yeah, you don't want to work on plays or, like, developing. I mean, why waste your time with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, you got to binge watch shows and stuff on Netflix and stuff. I mean, you can't just be in the gym all the time. It's not. I mean, if it was your job, I guess maybe you could be at the gym. Oh, wait.
I think our guys are working hard. We saw the effort back tonight. Again, if there was another piss poor performance, it was going to send alarm bells, but crisis avoided.
Right.
I think we're back in a good spot, and that just how tragic we are as Magic fans that we can get hyped about a 7-point loss, but things are moving in the right direction. That's all we've been asking for, Coach Mosley.
Yeah.
You know, team. That's all we've been looking for is effort and fighting. Yep. You know, some fight. Those past games where we've been down 20, there's been not even a lick of fight coming back. Tonight we were down 19, brought it to within 4. That's what we're looking for.
I was totally prepared to wear this jersey on the wrap up tonight and then be like, I'm watching Bucks games until the Magic decide they care.
Okay.
But they cared tonight. And so we're there. And so thankfully I don't have to watch the Bucks on NBA TV because their announcer team is just awful.
Someone who might be watching the Bucks with you though is J.I. He was wearing Bucks colors. I thought that was what the hell, buddy?
Strange choice.
What the hell, man?
Strange choice. Yeah. If I went to watch us play a game against the Bucks, there wouldn't be any Buck stuff on me. Just to be clear.
All right. I just want to make sure. How are you feeling, ladies and gentlemen? Are you feeling a little bit uplifted? Is this a Pyrrhic victory at all? Let us know. The Magic are in action next on a Wednesday. We're doing a live stream, Pish. We'll be going live at 6:45. We have a bunch of hijinks. It's especially wonderful when you're in there, active in the chat, and we get some laughs.
For hijinks for this next live show.
Yeah.
I want some pre-stories in the comments of this.
Okay, here we go.
Flea World. It existed in Sanford, Florida. All you people out in Florida, you know what I'm talking about. If you're of a certain age, it's been closed for probably 10 or 11 years, I think, last time I checked. It was awesome. I loved it. Some of my favorite moments were there. They coincided with, learning the Magic in the late 80s and early 90s.
This is a childhood memory for me.
Tell me your favorite Flea World moments. I mean, we played video games there. I got kicked off the go-kart track.
Oh, you scoundrel.
We'll talk about all this stuff on the live show, but drop them in the comments, and we'll talk about your stories when we get there.
Yeah, let's hear those Flea World stories in the comments. How'd you feel about this showing, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know. We'll see you on Wednesday, everyone. Peace.
Thanks for coming.